Hello, Libras. How are you? I hope that you're doing super well. Hi, it's been a minute. I know. I'm trying to do better. It's just I have a lot going on, you know? I am doing personal readings again. So if you guys are interested, in my description, I have my website. You can book a personal reading with me. I have my Venmo and PayPal if you feel called to tip me. That's awesome. I will be using my new Oracle deck today. I created it. I will sell them eventually. A lot of people have asked me. So this is the second edition of my beat the hell up teeny deck. I made this before I even started YouTube. It was just because I couldn't find a deck that I needed to clarify. So I made my own, and this was just for personal use. But I started using it, and people have asked me about it. So I redid it. I made it tarot size. I made it better quality so it doesn't get so beat up, and, you know, added more cards. But I don't love the energy. I don't know why. I feel like the energy's off with it. And I haven't really put my finger on if it's I need to redo some of the cards or if it's not time to release it yet. So I will let you guys know. I know. I'm the worst. I cannot do deadlines. I have discussed this. I have adult ADHD. I do. I have been officially diagnosed. I have ADHD. So my executive functioning is shit. I run my own business. I make all of the stuff in my shop by hand. So I'm constantly developing new things. I just have a lot going on, and it's hard for me to get one project done on time. It's a struggle that I have. So thank you for being patient, and I will do an announcement probably on like Instagram, Facebook, and my website. And then, you know, when I do a reading, I'll announce it. But yes, if you would like a personal reading, that's in the description. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's get started. Okay, Libra, what do we need to know? How's your Libra season treating you? Ego influences, past wounds override inner knowing is the first card out. Expectations too high. Someone needs to come back to reality and relax. Soulmate is coming out after that. So this is a soulmate connection here. Isolation. Somebody's needing isolation. Somebody has really high expectations of the other person. It's been a source of conflict because this person has some past wounds, ego that is overriding their intuition. Can we get one more card for the Libra? That is 2. Cohabitation, so housing situation is involved, and then masking, not showing true self, hiding their real feelings, silent treatment, ghosting at the bottom of the deck, and then shifting timelines. So codependency under that. I have my camera flipped, sorry. Okay. All right, codependency, friendships. They do miss you. It's not over. They're going to come back towards you here. But this person is really codependent, Libra. And they could be codependent on their friends too. So they have some, especially somebody might have like a roommate that they live with. This is like a friend, and they have like a weird bromance. What's lady friendship, where they're like overly codependent on each other, and it might influence their ability to date even. You know, some friends are like that, where they're kind of in a relationship with each other, and, you know, they kind of block each other from being able to move into stable relationships. Some people are like that, you know. They're kind of immature in their friendships. They're in the groove where they've been single for a while. They're bros. They bro out, you know, whatever. Whatever it is. They do miss you and want to come back towards you. I'm getting that there's been a lot of confusion in this relationship, in this connection. A lot of like missed signals. There's also been some hurt feelings, and it's kind of just like a misunderstanding. I get that you both have been through a lot in your relationships, and you have a lot of insecurities. You both do, and you kind of have expectations for each other. I get that it is a soulmate connection, but you have very different lives. You have very different lifestyles, and I get that both of you are a little bit codependent. And you might be, again, codependent on your friends too. So it's like you have these attachment issues, and you kind of latch on to friendships. And because you both have very different, you know, lifestyles, friend groups, it's like You have this soulmate connection. You do miss each other. You have not been talking for a while. You want to come back towards each other. You have that genuine connection. But what's getting in the way is that it's like you struggle to communicate with each other. You have really high expectations of each other that it's like, it's not, you know, it's neither of you are able to meet the other's expectations. You're not communicating. You struggle to see how this person could fit into your life. They remind you of your ex that hurt you in some way. There's just a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to unpack here. Underneath it all, there's a genuine loving connection though, and you two do miss each other. I do get that you're not talking to each other right now. It's a silent treatment, ghosting. You're avoiding each other. You know, if you see each other, you're not talking to each other. You needed to take some space. You both did. And for some of you, there's a housing situation is involved. So, I mean, again, it could be that they live with, that they have like a unstable living situation. They're moving in some way. You worry that they might move away. I don't know, guys. Housing is involved here. For some of them, it's like they live with a friend. And again, it's like an overly codependent relationship where that friend blocks them from being able to be with another person. I mean, with like housing situation, it might be that like somebody, you know, isn't able to have people over. So it makes it hard for you to see each other. It might be that you live at a distance. It's housing as well. So your living situations are a blockage in some way. So again, long distance, weird roommates, somebody might live with their family. You know, it's like the connection is real and it's there, but it's like you two haven't even talked about it. You guys, there's so much angst here. There is so much angst here. It's like there's such a special connection and you feel it and you miss each other and you want to come back towards each other, but it's like you both have ego issues. You ghost each other. You don't know how to communicate. You expect each other to behave in a certain way. And a lot of it comes from you have wounds, relationship wounds from your past that burden you here. So it's an energy that, you know, somebody might have been cheated on in their past relationship. So if I'm talking to this soulmate, we're communicating and they go to bed early, they're obviously out cheating on me, obviously. And where housing is involved, maybe it's a situation where you're at a distance from each other. So that creates I don't know what they're doing. Somebody has unhealthy attachments to their friends. So they might have friends that, you know, oh yeah, they're definitely cheating on you. Oh yeah, they're definitely talking to other people. You know, that person's out of your league. That person wouldn't get along with us. We don't like them. Yeah, you are rejecting each other it's like you're, for things that are not even real. It's not even real. Because what's underneath this is that there is a genuine soul connection and you two miss each other when you're not talking and you want to come back towards each other. It's like the issue is that you have unhealthy attachments. You have friends that get in the way. Housing gets in the way somehow. You are not communicating your feelings and you have wounds from your past that affect your ability to open up to somebody. It's like there's so much pressure here and it's sad too because it's a genuine connection here. And the thing is like I said, it's like a lot of pressure. I feel a lot of pressure when it comes to this relationship. But the soulmate card is safe, familiar energy. So it's like when you two are together, things are good and you're happy and you enjoy each other and you miss each other when you're away from each other. But it's like the connection is almost creating this like buildup here where it's like you aren't even really seeing the other person for who they are. You're putting all these expectations on that person, you know. Again, it's a situation where this person just might be busy and have a lot going on, you know, or, you know, they're sleepy and they go to bed early. But because you've been cheated on in the past, you just expect that this person is a player and they're playing you and they're up to something. The whole time, maybe they just aren't a good texter. For somebody, they work a lot. For somebody, it's the fact that they are working a lot. They're not able to answer your texts. They're not able to stay in communication with you all day because they have a lot going on in their work environment. It's a cycle that needs to complete between you two because it's your egos. You are trying to protect yourself from getting hurt, but it's like you're building this person up to be somebody that they're not. You're not. It's your ego and your past wounds are overriding your inner knowing. That you know that you want to be with this person. You know that you feel safe with this person. You enjoy this person. This is so much. This is exhausting. I am exhausted with you too. I feel like your friends are too. I feel like you talk about this person a lot, or you try to like work this out with your friends and they're like, can you shut the hell up about, can you please? Oh my God. Libra. Jesus. Yeah. There has to be a new start between you two. Things have ended, but it ended so that you could transform and move forward here. It's not over. They're gonna come back towards you. You two needed some time alone. Because like I said, it's not that there's anything wrong with the connection itself. It's that there is so much pressure and other things going on. There's friends in the way. There's attachment issues. There's past wounds that you haven't healed yet. There's really high expectations for what you want in a relationship. Somebody's housing situation is weird. There's like, there's like all these like barriers here. It's like you had to walk away from each other because you were so defensive and holding back. It was never going to work. Separation makes the heart grow fonder. That's kind of the situation. It's like you kind of needed to isolate and take some time away from each other just so that you could tap into the true connection between you two. That this is just a bunch of like, you just need to kind of have a conversation and work through this. And I get with the ego influences, past wounds, and attachment issues. It might be that somebody has an insecure attachment style and they kind of need reassurance. And, they need to, they have a lot of anxiety around relationships. So it's like they're pulling away from you and they're ghosting you and they're avoiding conversation, but underlying is they are very anxious in this relationship. And a lot of that anxiety comes from the fact that you are not even telling each other how you feel. You're both trying to act like you don't care. You're unaffected by the separation and you're missing the hell out of each other. My God. It's so frustrating. If you hear snoring, that is my little chunky pit bull in the back. She's in bed. Yeah. Both of you have past that is creating a chaotic energy here. And there's also a remorse. You're both sad that you allowed this confusion, these other people to get in the way. You kind of regret what happened, what transpired between you and this person, because again, it was nothing that there was something actually wrong with the person, with the connection. It is that there is so much pressure on this. There's no way that it can move forward. So somebody is having a lot of regret that they allowed other people to influence them. Somebody has some friends that are like telling them that, oh, it's never going to work with that person. They're definitely cheating on you. They can't be trusted. They're a hoe. They're a fuckboy. Obviously they're playing with you. Somebody really is just really busy with work. For some of you, they just have a lot going on at work. So they might not be able to message you at work. They might work late a lot. And because somebody has some past wounds in relationships, it gets you stuck in your head. Maybe they have it's a devil energy here. Somebody gets really like controlling and possessive in their relationships, and it really comes from the fact that they have an unhealthy attachment style and they have unrealistic expectations. So this is somebody that if they're not texting me back within 2 minutes every single time, I don't want to deal with it. You need to put forth an unrealistic amount of effort here, or, you know, if one day you're just kind of not as forthcoming with information, you're definitely cheating. I don't want to deal with you. I'm going to go on a date with somebody else because you're playing games. The whole time this person is just really busy at work and has a lot going on in their life. I'm exhausted. This is exhausting. Yeah, isolation. You had to kind of separate from each other so that you could look at the fact that this person is hurting themselves here. You both have ego problems that you're hurting yourself. So it's like you both have this thing where it's like, I'm not going to be the first to text. I texted last. Nope, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to tell this person how I feel about them. I'm not going to do it. No. You two have a deep soulmate connection. For some of you, you might have even been married in a past life. Could be a Gemini, Cancer, Scorpio. Ego is getting in the way. You're both trying to protect not each other. You're trying to protect yourselves from each other. Yeah. King of Cups. Somebody is going to take action here. The masculine energy could be a Scorpio. They're going to take action, but they have not been completely honest about why they were taking so long to come forward. They really needed to take some time to heal when it comes to relationships. This person had been really hurt in the past, Libra. They needed to take some time to heal. They needed to go inwards. This person was really hurt in a past relationship. They had a ex that did them very dirty, that was very manipulative, controlling. Yeah, might have even like financially abused this person. They're very sensitive right now when it comes to relationships because they had to take time to heal and really close out cycles of being backstabbed and betrayed. So somebody really did get hurt and done dirty in their last relationship, or, you know, a relationship that they have never really healed from. And they kind of needed to take some space to reflect on that and reflect on how this desire to protect yourself from getting hurt again is blocking out this really beautiful connection. That it's really like you two just need to kind of have a conversation about your expectations and, you know, your sensitivities and what you want and where you want this to go. You're not talking about the fact that you both want a relationship with each other. This is like union. You want to come together. You want to be together, and you're both hurting and burdened by the fact that you want something long-term with each other. Good Lord. You both want to be together. This person is in love with you, Libra. They want to commit to you. They want a long-term relationship with you. And they're recognizing here that they're just going to take a leap of faith towards you and do it. But you're not talking right now. Yeah, somebody just needed some time to heal and recognize what they really want. The Hermit, did I reshuffle the Hermit? The Hermit goes in search of the Star. This person had to kind of figure out what they wanted in life and check their ego a little bit. Yeah, Six of Swords. Move forward. Move forward from this ego. You know, it could have been an ex that was still messing with them in some way. A narcissistic ex that didn't want to let them go. They needed some space to kind of sort out their thoughts here. And now they know that they want to come towards you. Yeah, it's the masculine is going to let their guard down. They're stuck in their head, but they've made the decision that they do want to work things out with you because they feel so burdened by not telling you the truth on how they feel. They want to tell you the truth, how they feel towards you. They want to work things out, Temperance. They're going to step up and make a move. Could be a Sagittarius or an Aries here. They were stuck in their head before and felt burdened, but now they're burdened by the fact that they haven't told you the truth, that they only want to be with you. They do. They're going to make a move towards you. So do some reflecting here. If you're still taking time apart from this person, do some reflecting on your expectations because it's come back to reality, and then your past wounds are overriding your inner knowing. So you're not following your intuition. You're allowing yourself to get worked up over things because they are triggering you. So somebody needs to kind of take a look at your attachment style too. It's really important to look at your attachment style if you struggle in relationships, if you feel unsettled and unsafe in relationships. You more than likely have an unhealthy attachment style. So look into an insecure attachment style. You would ideally heal to the fact that you have a secured attachment style, but it's okay to date if you have an anxious or attachment style, or what is it? The one where you push people away. I can't remember. Anxious is where you do the push-pull thing, where you get anxiety when you want to be attached to somebody. Then there's one that is, I can't remember what it's called. The one where you disconnect. You would prefer just not to be attached to anybody because you really like your independence and you feel insecure. You know, it's all about not feeling safe in a relationship with a person. And it goes from your childhood, not feeling secure and safe in your relationship with your caretakers from childhood. So it's okay to date if you're not there yet to a secure attachment style, but it is very important that you are aware of your attachment style and you work on it, and you might want to communicate that with your person, especially if you have attachment styles that are opposing, because then you're triggering each other. The problem does not lie in the relationship or the person itself. It is coming from the fact that you're not communicating. There's somebody's housing situation. So it might be that they live at a distance. They have a roommate that doesn't like you. They have a hard time having people over. You know, they might be moving, shuffling around, whatever the case. Friends are involved here and an attachment style. So do some reflecting on, am I seeing this person clearly, or am I taking wounds from a past relationship and projecting it onto this person because I'm trying to keep myself safe? Am I actually keeping myself safe, or am I keeping myself away from a positive relationship on the off chance that they could be just like my ex? Because you have to kind of get to the point that you trust yourself enough to what I'm seeing, a red flag right now, is just a circumstance that reminds me of a real red flag. You know, somebody not being able to talk to you all day long, every day, does not mean that they are being unfaithful. But somebody that disappears for, you know, an entire weekend, and that, you know, has social media accounts that they won't let you have access to, and that, you know, doesn't ever want you to meet anybody. Now, you know, there's certain red flags that this is somebody that is more than likely cheating, living a double life. And then there's some red flags that this is a busy person, this is a private person, this is somebody that is very independent, and they're not somebody that texts a lot. You know, some people just don't text a lot. I'm not a texter. I'm really not. My friends know that I will either respond to them within a couple seconds, or it might take me a week or two or a month to get back to them, and that's just how I am. So I struggle to be able to text people, and I'm odd over texting. I just am. I'm not a good texter, but you know, somebody that is a good texter and that is used to dealing with women that are good texters would think that I'm being weird or flaky or blowing them off. And the thing is I'm just really overwhelmed. And I might have saw their text when I was busy and thought I'm going to get back to them, and then I completely forgot it, you know? So it doesn't necessarily mean that they're a player and they're going to hurt you. So take some time to kind of reflect on that. And then I do get that the masculine energy is going to make the move, because what was once a burden that made them pull back is now becoming a burden because they want to tell the truth about how they feel. And I personally feel like it's better to just put yourself out there and tell the person, hey, I like you. Hey, I want to see where this goes. I might have had stuff going on in the past. You know, I would rather take that chance and it not work out than, you know, be this person that's like, well, they didn't text me back for 2 hours, so I'm not going to text them back for 3 days. You know, that's kind of like, somebody needs to do some growing up and some self-reflection. So that's what I have for you, Libra. I will see you guys again soon. Have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye.